Guys, welcome back to my channel, and my name is Nasha.hollings, your satisfied psychologist, aka fashion model. Now, I've there's been a lot of debates, there's been a lot of trend about 50-50 relationships. We've seen it all over the gram, we've seen it all over TikTok, we've seen how much it has brought a lot of controversy, and I spoke about this on my gram, and it has brought a lot of mixed reactions. So I want to debunk 50-50 relationships, the myths and what is real. So first of all, what is 50-50 relationship? This is a 50-50 a relationship whereby the man and the woman have to split everything. Let it be finances, let it be chores, let it be taking care of the kids. They literally do 50-50 all over it. Like the man, first of all, we all know that back in the days, our traditional system, and which some countries are conservative about, is that the man is the basic provider, the protector. He's the one that secures. The woman is supposed to be submissive to the man, but in this case, in 50-50 relationships, there has been a lot of rise in independent women, in which has given a lot of rise to 50-50 relationships because they have their own work, the husband has their own work, they go to work, so the cost of living is also high, so they have to do 50-50, and it goes in agreement. Now, what are some of the problems facing this 50-50? Number one, I'm going to start by saying that 50-50 is not like mathematics or an algorithm whereby you just write down on a piece of paper or just calculate it in your head and follow it. No, it's about an agreement. And not an agreement spoken by mouth, but also done by actions. So you've agreed with your partner that you want to do 50-50. That's the first step. The second step, you guys are doing that 50-50. And the third step, can you overcome the challenges of 50-50? And the fourth, are you happy and satisfied in a relationship doing 50-50? That's the number one problem. Number two, it's in 50-50 relationship, people view it as more transactional than more emotionally, mentally invested. Like people aren't into partnership, it's more of transaction. And here's why. For example, you go on a date and you've met this guy, you're head over heels for him, and he says that um are you okay with 50-50, and you agree with it. So it will be like today he takes you out, he pays for the bill. Next time you guys go out, you pay for the bill, like that, like that. But the long-term effects are that this guy or this lady will see like, hey, I'm the one who's giving more than I should, you are giving less. Now that's where the transactional part comes in, and that's where it generates into distrust into a relationship, because if it leans more on a transactional side instead of being invested in that relationship, it becomes a challenge. Third is when in this 50-50 relationship, there is something that's just not right, like power shifts over time. You might find that when in a scenario whereby a guy and a lady have kids, they have their own jobs, but you find that the man is actually earning less than the woman, and the woman is actually earning higher than the man, and they're in a 50-50 relationship. High chances are the power shifts over time, because over time the woman starts to think and actually feel and actually is in charge of most of the things that happen in the household. So there is the power shift. This woman just came from being a submissive wife, a submissive woman, to being the masculine woman, the masculine uh, mother of that relationship, because she gets a higher salary. The man is not. So the things that have to be done in the house, the bills, most of the transactional costs, like, are burden to her. Now that's where the problem is. And another thing that has been actually researched is that, according to research, if you want to know, um, if you actually look at partners who have lasted like over 50 years in a relationship, or even 25, literally many years in a relationship, just look at their um how it is. You will find that they are actually emotionally, mentally, spiritually investing in their partner. By this, it creates happiness. In short, If you're not happy in your relationship, happiness is one of the key contributors to a healthy relationship. But since 50-50 is based on transactional, it's based on basically splitting. It may be more inclined into being financially invested than mentally, emotionally, physically investing in that person. In short, what I'm trying to mean is happiness is the key to a relationship. But if you start to bring in all the 50-50 spillage, it will be personal, more like who has contributed more. You get me? Now that's how 50-50 is. So according to research, 50-50 relationships long term, they don't work unless you guys are actually talking about it, communicating, trust each other. It works. But in the long term, most do not, because that's where it comes in. In the long term, in which you find most women are the ones who are actually mentally exhausted because, I mean, they split everything. The economy has its own highs and lows. This woman has basically chores, children, work, cooking to do. And now you're having a partner who insists on that 50-50 relationship, but you can't keep it up, you know? As a lady, you want to feel provided for, taken care of, protected, but you don't have that. It's just in a small amount. So over time, you start to be unsatisfied with the relationship, which will mentally drain you, become an emotional burden, in which will result to you being unhappy than happy. So yeah. Now, an example that I'm gonna give is I come from a family that deals with 50-50 relationships, and this topic got me hold on because I seen it. I've seen shit happen because literally it comes a time whereby, as I said, the economy has its own highs and lows. My mom is uh, doing work, earning her money. My dad is doing work, earning his money, but it turns in some circumstances, one gets to earn more than the other. You get me? Now, instead of being emotionally invested into happiness and into a partner being satisfied in a relationship, it just converts into a whole transactional thing like who gives out more, who is doing less, which actually gives out the financial burden. Actually, most of it is actually bound on financial issues, which doesn't actually work out. So basically, it affects me all the time, and it's just, I wouldn't want a 50-50 relationship personally. And another thing is that the conclusion of this, if you want to do 50-50 relationships, it's okay. But the deal breaker is, are you ready for it? You must ensure that you're emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, did I say financially, capable of doing 50-50? It's your own choice. So it's up to you to do 50-50 or not. But for me, on the way the logistics say, it does not favor 50-50. So that's me, and I have probably debunked it, and I can't wait for you guys to see the next topic in store. And as usual, keep it classy and always be psychologically aware. Don't forget to subscribe, download the video, share, or even comment on your thoughts. I want to engage with you guys, so I just want to share. I want to see your thoughts on this. So, bye bye, and have a great